Hi everybody, welcome back. It's time to unroll your mat, grab a couple of blocks or some props. Let's do a little bit of yoga. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and modify what you need to modify today to make sense for you. Starting in a comfortable seated position on the mat. The cat, of course, is optional. I am sitting on a block cross-legged, so you can either do that or sit just without a prop if you choose, absolutely fine. Taking your right palm to your belly, take your left palm to your heart. Let yourself settle into your space. If it's comfortable to do so, close the eyes. If you need to have the eyes open, just gaze softly past the end of the nose at one fixed point, right? Just so that you can avoid distractions from anything around you. And with your hands on the front of your body, it's easier to tune into the breath. Right? You become much more aware of the movement of the breath in your body. As you settle into your space, deepen the breath. So you start to feel the chest under your left hand lift a little more. You start to feel the belly under your right palm extend out a little more. Filling up each time with the inhale. Maintain a nice posture with the exhale. Avoid slouching down. Letting the breath fill all the space. As you continue deepening the breath, let the breath help quiet the mind. Maybe engaging a gentle ujjayi breath. Take 3 more deep breaths right here. Bringing palms together at the heart center, let your chin relax toward the chest. Maybe setting an intention for your practice today. And slowly opening up the eyes. Good. Letting the arms reach out beside you. Turn the palms out. Big inhale, sweep the arms overhead, bring the palms together. Exhaling the palms to the heart center. Again, inhale, the arms reach out, sweep the arms over, palms together with the exhale, palms back together, the heart. Inhale the arms out, reach up, look up. Exhaling, prayer to the heart. 2 more like that. Inhaling. Exhaling. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. And opening up the eyes if they're not already open. Let's come off of our seat, come onto hands and knees. Let your right leg reach back behind you with the toes tucked into the mat. Start to lift the right leg up, bending at the knee. Place the right knee outside the left leg. If it feels good, you can move a little bit side to side, or add a little cat-cow, warming up the spine, right? Inhaling for the back bend, exhaling, right? Or just kind of flowing a little back and forth. Just see what feels good, see what's gonna be good for the back, be good for the hips today. Let's take one more deep breath. Coming back to a neutral spine, release the right leg back to the right side, extend the left leg back, toes tucked to begin with. Lifting up the left leg, put a little bend in the knee, bring the left knee outside the right leg. Same thing here, you can, just sway a little side to side, a little cat-cow. Right, maybe look to the right, look to the left. Just stay with the breath. Let's take one more deep breath. Returning your left knee to the left side of the mat. Start to tuck the toes, spread the fingers wide, down dog, lift the hips up and back. Feel free, of course, to walk out the feet a bit, bending the knees back and forth, just to get things started, getting things woken up a bit. On a big inhale, lift up the heels high. Exhaling, soften the heels to the mat. Good, bring it forward to plank, lining up shoulders over the wrist, and with little readjusting between the hands and the feet, bring it back to down dog, heels back toward the mat. Even if the heels never touch down, that's the direction we want. We want the heels to reach back, right? Shifting the weight back. On your inhale, lift up the right leg, and as you exhale, step the right foot behind you to the outside of the left, and you're going to start to bend up at the knees here a bit. Walk your hands back to your feet, so you're folding over the legs back of the mat. The left leg is in front, and just round down, and just, if your hands don't touch the ground, that's okay. You can either just hang with the fingertips here, or you can even just let your hands rest on the front shin, just for a little bit of stability without putting weight there. All right, just drop the head down. Let's take one more deep breath. And start to walk the hands all the way back out again, coming into your modified down dog. Lift the right leg all the way up and back. Return your right foot to the mat. Switching sides, inhale, left leg up. Exhaling the left foot behind the right to the little toe side of the right. Walk your hands back again to the back of the mat. Fold over the legs so the opposite leg is in front, the right leg. Drop the head down. Same thing here with the hands or the fingertips, or just soften into the stretch. Keep the breath moving. One more time. Bring the hands all the way back out again. Down dog. Lift the left leg up. Step the left foot through the hands, low lunge. Step all the way to the front of the mat. Fold over the legs. Round it down with your feet separating hip width distance. Roll up slowly to stand. Press down as you uncurl all the way up. Drop the shoulders back, standing tall. Bring the feet together, toes and heels touch. Utkatasana, chair pose. Bend the knees so the fingertips reach all the way down toward the mat. Keep the hips there, lift the arms. Plug the shoulders back a little bit, maybe let the eyes look up between the hands. Toes on the mat, one more inhale. Exhale, dive over the legs. Step the left foot back in low lunge. Let's go right into warrior one. Spin the back heel down, look forward, sweep the arms all the way up. Humble warrior, sweep the arms back behind you, interlace all 10 fingers, open the heart forward, keep the right knee bending, then round it down over the leg or inside the right knee. Let's hold for another deep breath or so. Stay with Ujjayi. And press through the legs slowly. Inhale, lead through the crown of the head. Come all the way up, warrior one. Warrior two, take the arms out to the side. Look over the right middle finger. One more breath here. Reverse the warrior, flip the right palm, lift up the right arm. Exhale, lower your hands to the inside of the right foot, coming into Skandasana, back of the mat. So start to walk the hands back, bend the left knee, the left heel stays on the mat. Chest up, one more breath. Let's come into low lunge, face the front of the mat. So walk the hands back to opposite sides of the right foot. Step to down dog, bring your right foot back. On the inhale, take it forward to plank pose, lower to chaturanga or modify, dropping the knees if you choose. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling, press back to down dog or take child's pose. Let's give it 3 deep breaths. Two more times. One more. From your downward facing, soften the knees, look forward, step or hop the feet lightly to the front of the mat. Lift the chest on the inhale. Exhale, round down as you fold. Feet together, toes and heels touch. Utkatasana. Lift the arms high. Then dive over the legs. Stepping the right foot back, low lunge. Warrior one, spin the back heel down, 45-degree angle. Look forward, arms high. Drop the shoulders back. Humble warrior, sweep the arms behind you. Change the grip as you interlace fingers, so the opposite pinky fingers on top. Chest up, keep the left knee bending. With an exhale, round it down. You're gonna hold for another deep breath or two. One more time. And press through the legs. Big inhale, bring it all the way back up. Warrior one. Warrior two, take it out to the side. Look over the left middle finger. Another deep breath here. Reverse warrior, sweep the left arm up. Lower both hands to the inside of the left foot on the mat. Skandasana, low side lunge to the back of the mat. Bend the right knee. The heel stays down. Straighten the left leg. One more breath. Let's come into low lunge. Face the front of the mat. Pivot the toes. Walk the hands around. Down dog. Step your left foot back. With an inhale, take it forward to plank. Lower to chaturanga or modify as you choose. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. One more time. Start to soften and bend in the knees, look forward, step or hop the feet lightly to the front, chest up on the inhale. Exhale, round down as you fold. Step your feet wide apart toward the edges of your mat. Setting up Malasana squat pose, start to bend up at your knees, palms together, the elbows wedged conveniently in between the knees. So if you're modifying here, right, if this isn't great, you can either roll up a blanket underneath your heels. If the heels are lifting, that takes pressure off the arches of the feet. You can also take a block under the sit bones or just go halfway down if that's going to be easier on the hips, okay? And either remain right in the center. If you want to add a little shoulder opening stretch, you can reach the right hand in front of the right foot, which braces the right knee, lifting the left arm. Taking one more breath. Let's bring it back to center. If you did the first side, do the second. Left hand in front of the left foot, right arm up. And come back to center. Lower your hands to the mat, lift the sit bones up. Bring the feet together again, toes and heels touch. Start to bend the knees deep, lift the arms, Utkatasana, dive over the legs, Uttanasana, lifting up the chest on the inhale. Exhaling, step it back into plank pose. Let's do a little side plank. Face the right side with the right leg stacked on top. Modify any way you choose. You can always lower the bottom knee, the left knee, to make it a little more stable. If you want to challenge yourself, you can float the right leg up, a little side tree pose, or any other variations, maybe even grabbing onto your big right toe if you want to do that. Let's take one more deep breath. Let's come back to center plank. Go the other way. Face the left side. Stack the left leg on top. Again, modify any way you choose, but try to do the same thing that you did from the first side. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Bring it back to center. We'll meet in down dog, so you can either go straight back or flow through chaturanga up dog. Now let's take another deep breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. On your next big inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot to right thumb. Turn the back heel down like you would for warrior one. And if you want to grab blocks here underneath your hands, you can do that to make it a little easier on the hamstring of the right leg as you start to straighten the right leg round down. With an inhale, bend the right knee up, lift the chest, keep the back heel on the mat. Exhale, straightening out the leg and round. 2 more like that. Inhaling. Exhaling. 1 more. Good. On your inhale, bend up at the right knee, come into lizard pose. So turn on the back toes, readjust the back foot, and bring both hands inside the right foot. Walk the right foot over a little bit to give yourself some space to move, and you're always welcome to lower the back knee down or keep it lifted. If you want to give the hips a deeper stretch, you can lower your elbows, your forearms onto the mat, or even use blocks or something to go for it. Now let's take 1 more deep breath. Let's lower the back knee if it isn't already, transitioning briefly into pigeon pose. So with the palms down, lift the back knee up so you can readjust the right knee. Modify on the back if you need, if that's going to make sense for you. Use props if you need under the right hip or thigh. Keep everything level as best you can. If you're otherwise good here, walk the hands out, forehead down. Let's take 3 deep breaths. And start to slide the hands back in, lift the head, the chest. Good. Removing any props that might be under the right leg. Tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. Coming into Gomukhasana, slide your left knee up behind the right. Then bring your feet out to the side as best you can, so when you sit back, you're not sitting directly on your feet. So your feet go out to the left and to the right. So if I'm facing you, it's going to look like this. Left knee, left. Okay, good. So you can sit tall if that's deep enough, stay right there. If there's room to work into it deeper, you can lean in, or you can even walk the hands out and give yourself a nice stretch here, just making sure your sit bones still remain on the mat. Let's take another deep breath. Let's walk your hands over to the right side. And bring the hands back to center. Go over to your left side. And as you return to the middle, start to walk the hands in. Unwrap the legs, but bring the soles of the feet together. One breath, Baddha Konasana. Hands to the feet, sit tall. Hold as you exhale. Start to release out, fold the knees in. Come onto your hands and knees, down dog, step back. You can shake it off or stretch it out. Optional plank chaturanga if you'd like to flow through again. And from your downward facing dog, let's big inhale, left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, foot to left thumb. Turn the back heel 45-degree angle, and again, maybe using blocks under the hands if you need, if that's going to help with the hamstring. Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Start to straighten out the left leg. All right, you're rounding over the knee. Maybe the right hip pulls up just a tiny bit. Keep the right heel on the mat. Good. And on an inhale, start to bend the left knee, lift the chest. Keep the right heel down. Exhale, around 2 more like that. One more. Re-bending up at the left knee, tuck the back toes, readjusting into lizard pose, walk the left foot over, both hands inside the left foot. You can keep the back knee lifted or lowered, finding your variation. Drop the elbows down if you choose. Let's take another deep breath or two. As we release out, let's set up our pigeon pose. Slide the left foot over, the knee behind the left wrist. Chest up, hips level, using any props if you choose under the left leg. Sit tall. If you're good, walk the hands out, forehead down, and if you need, please modify on your back, doing the reverse figure 4 with your left ankle above the right knee. 2 more deep breaths. And as you release out, slide the hands in, lift the head, the chest. Removing any props that might be under the left leg. Tuck the back toes to lift the back knee. Slide your right knee up behind the left. The feet out to the side, the left and the right. So you sit back on the mat, and the feet are out to the left and the right. And if you're modifying here, if this is a little too extreme on the joints, just take a cross-legged seat. So you're just going to bring the right ankle in front of the left. It should be a little bit more manageable that way. Start with the hands behind you. Sit tall. If that's deep enough, you're good. If you have room, you can lean in or even walk the hands out. Take it a little bit deeper, just making sure that your sit bones remain on the mat. All right, surrender up to the stretch. One more breath. Good. Let's walk your hands over to the left side. Take a breath. Go back to the center and over to your right. Come back to the middle, walk the hands all the way in, come up. Baddha Konasana, 1 breath, soles of the feet together, hands to the feet, sit tall. Soften the shoulders, exhale. Then folding the knees back in, straighten out your legs on the mat. Setting up Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Let's flex the feet. You can always put a little bend in the knees or even roll up a blanket behind the knees if that's going to be better for your hamstrings or the low back today. Sit tall, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, come forward and grab your feet, grab toes, heels, using a strap or a belt if you need a more reasonable grip coming forward. Really feeling the breath move through the back, right? Fill the lower lungs here. Fill the air all the way flaring out the lower ribs. Let's give it 1 more breath. And on the inhale, start lifting the chest. Exhaling, releasing out the feet. Let's do a seated spinal twist. I'm going to do this facing you. Straightening out your left leg, bend the right knee, step the right foot over. Yeah, reach the right arm back and twist over to your right side. If you want to work this a little bit deeper, the option is bending up at the left knee, sliding the left foot back. Just again, make sure the sit bones touch down. All right, lengthening up with the inhale, squeezing from the belly as you exhale. Take 2 more deep breaths. And on your next inhale, bring it to center. Exhale and go counter stretch to the left. Return to the middle. Let's unwrap the legs. Go the other way, bending up at the left knee, step the foot over, twisting to the left. Again, if you're keeping the right leg straight, great. If you want to deepen the stretch, optional of course, the right foot slides back. Sit tall, squeeze. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Return to center, grab a little counter stretch to the right. Come back to the middle, let's unwrap the legs. Roll onto your backs, hugging your knees in toward the chest. Rock a little side to side if that feels good. Maybe a happy baby pose, any kind of release that helps you work out the final kinks in the body. Maybe even feet on the mat and just windshield wiper the knees side to side. All right, whatever feels good. Good, then when you're ready from here, come into your Shavasana, your final relaxation today. Letting the legs extend out on the mat, separate the feet a little bit, maybe even rolling up a blanket behind the knees to let the low back release a little easier. Maybe that'll feel good today. Letting the arms drop out, turn the palms face up, closing your eyes. Soften the space between the eyebrows. Unclenching the jaw, letting go of your Ujjayi breath. Start to settle into some stillness. Letting yourself enjoy these few moments to restore yourself before returning to the rest of your day. Feel free to remain as long as you choose in your Shavasana. Otherwise, if you're returning to your day, just bring awareness to the body. Gently turn the head left, right. Maybe reach the arms overhead for a stretch. Find yourself back up in a comfortable seated position. Bring the palms together at the heart. You're welcome to join me chanting one Om as we seal our practice. Deep breath in, exhaling it out. Inhale for Om. Om. Namaste.